Welcome back, Crits and Failures. Today, a more serious episode of Critical Fail, the video and oral podcast of Dungeons & Dragons awesomeness that you come to depend on for entertainment. The question is, when you were younger, for those of you who are not young, when you were younger, did you ever sit there and wonder what would happen if all of your Saturday morning cartoons came to life, dragged you down into a cave, gave you hallucinogenic mushroom spores, and tried to murder you? My son is laughing in the background. But it's true. In this episode of Critical Fail, we face just that kind of threat. Let's see what happens. But before we do, a message from our sponsor. As again, it is Matt's Mats. Matt's Mats are the acrylic 1-inch grid system that we make ourselves. It directly supports us. So if you are interested, please go to criticalfail.com, critical with a 1 instead of an L, and check out our Matt's Mats. We really like making them. We love selling them, and we hope that you guys enjoy using them. They work fantastic for us, and they're super creative and flexible, and they're just a really wonderful way to play a game and have things, be natural and organic and fun and just, unfold the way adventures unfold. So, without further ado, I give you Critical Fail Episode 19, Saturday Morning Vengeance.
Actually, you know what? I should play some heavy metal for the dwarf who's now trying to chip away at a wall.
Okay. Yeah, what do you...
Some mining. Yeah.
Yeah, where do you roll out?
Oh, that's a good question. Should do some Metallica 1.
Okay, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So he launches into this, very, long, arching ballad about the futility of war and life, and a little bit more manly than the last song.
And where you would expect bass drum beats to hit is exactly where my hammer makes noise.
Very cool.
There you go.
Very cool. I love it. You guys are
Got
doing
a team
this.
effort going on.
Yeah. Ninja Bunny seems to appreciate this song a little bit more than the last one. He's kind of bopping his head very aggressively as he tears into a leg of lamb.
I'm going to make a sandwich out of the food in front of me.
You and the sandwiches, man.
Yeah, man. If you want, there's hot steaming loaves of bread that you can just rip in half and steam comes out of them. There's butter and meat and gravy.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a cholesterol delight.
Cool.
Of just wonderful mutton.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make a sandwich and just rip into it.
For sure, it tastes amazing.
I feel like every time I go to think about the food, I get extra successful with the silver, and I'm like, I gotta keep.
Yeah, priorities.
Can't stop now,
right? I think that there's probably a dwarven sense of going without to keep working that is very noble.
Well, and I'm still at 26 hit points, so
Right.
I'm feeling fairly ready to roll.
Everybody make a wisdom check.
15.
Natural
Sorry,
20.
14.
16.
Urith, you start to realize that not only is there something wrong with this place, but it's very dangerous.
Son of a bitch.
Yep.
I knew it was too good when somebody I had never seen before in the middle of nowhere had heard of my music.
I know, but
it was also too good to avoid singing for them.
I mean, yeah.
That's true.
So you guys are sitting there and playing, and time passes. For whatever reason, Urith has decided to stop playing, but the rest of you're digging in. You're literally digging in,
Yeah.
and mining away. And you find, is there an end goal for you? Like how long will you keep at this? Are you trying to because you don't have a bag,
Have you ever played Minecraft where you start digging?
right?
And you dig, and then 6 hours later,
Yeah, you're still digging.
yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Like every time I think, okay, well, just one more scrape.
Right.
That scrape is particularly successful, and
Right.
I continue.
Right, and you're like, oh my gosh, another vein. Right.
Okay. Well, I guess I could. Yeah, I'll keep going.
Okay, so you're creating you've now gotten to the point where you have more silver and fine pieces of obsidian than you can possibly carry.
Mm-hmm.
You may at least want to procure something to carry them in.
Okay. Do I see anything on the table that is wrapped, or a plate, or something I could potentially use?
Sure. Yeah, you look over there, and there is a bucket with a large handle that has like curdled milk, which is actually like a delicacy of like a fermented milk. I mean, but maybe not a dwarven drink per se, but it's just this big bucket of it, that you could probably dump out.
So I'm gonna go and say, does anybody want any of this?
Nope.
I'm gonna say something's wrong here. I don't know what it is, but something's wrong.
This guy over here, this Urith guy's totally looking the gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah, just like that jump wasn't,
The jump was perfectly safe,
The jump was
right?
perfectly safe, so I'm just going to keep eating my sandwich.
Just because
Don't bother me.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how dangerous do I think this place is? 10 being the most.
Like a 2.
No, it's a little dangerous.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it used to be the most amazing place in the world, and now you're like, but, and then at this point, Ninja Bunny kind of looks over at you with something of a fierce look and says, is our hospitality not up to your standards, sir?
I do have very high standards
Well,
for
sir,
hospitality.
tell me what is missing and we will procure it.
I'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay. He kind of like, his eyes linger on you for a moment, and then his little red eyes shift back over and look at the dwarf who is...
I'm holding the big bucket.
Yeah, and you-
I'm going to set down the bucket, and I'm going to cast Divine Sense. Just because I'm curious
Sure.
what's around. Mm-hmm. He's been wrong before, but he's also been right.
Yeah.
I'd like to see if he's wrong this time again.
Right.
It's a 50-50 chance with the bard.
Right.
Divine sense is a religious sense, or is it a magical sense? It's divine, so it's got to be a religious, like a...
It's I can pull it out.
It's, no, I remember.
It's essentially
things are
sensing-
good, bad,
It's
etc.
the
Let you know if
sensing
stuff is
of good and evil.
Yeah.
Well, good or evil.
Gotcha.
It's divine. So you can use this feature a number of times equal to your +1 charisma modifier, long rest. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Mm-hmm.
You know the type of any being whose present you sense, but not its identity.
Yep.
So you can tell if it's a celestial fiend or undead, but you can't tell if it's who it is.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a roll.
And then within the same radius, you also detect the presence of any object that has been consecrated or desecrated.
Very good.
Okay. So I don't think I need a roll for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Make your wisdom check.
Okay. 1.
Urith could not be more wrong about this place. I mean, I guess there are those moments in life where you wander the plains of existence, looking for a way to know if Ula is really with you, right? Like if you have these horrible moments when you're falling down cliffs and you're being murdered by hags that are totally inept, and you're drowning or whatever, and you're like, sometimes you feel like Ula is a little bit away. Then it's moments like these that let you know that Ula really does love you and care for you and provide when things are needed.
Excellent. Well, I just grabbed the bucket. Nobody said they wanted.
No, yeah,
I'm going to find the best place to dump it where I'm not going to make a horrible mess or destroy anything.
right. Yeah, you kind of like look around and
Does there happen to be a drain?
there does actually happen to be a drain like right there, and it's got like it's kind of like an octagonal gold drain of fine workmanship with like actually like leaves kind of like reliefed into it, but it's right there. It's a drain and
Gold?
gold.
Gold. All right.
Steal it?
I'm not going to steal it.
But you
I dump the stuff.
yep, goes right down there.
The only reason I was wondering if it was gold and not iron is if I make a fire in the bucket, I could have smelted some of the silver, but with gold, the grate would melt.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm fine.
Right.
I dump it. I go over to my piles, and I collect the better pieces of obsidian and all of the
Very
silver.
good. Okay. What do you, Liam and Urith? What are you guys up to?
I'm still
back
eating a
over.
sandwich.
Yeah. Okay. You've polished it off. As many
I'm
sandwiches as you.
inspecting the food.
Okay. It looks and smells delicious, but yeah. I mean, you can't shake this like little bit of a feeling. It's like a beautiful night in the middle of the winter, and you're in a city, and everything's great, but you just know that you're on the wrong side of town.
I know what's missing.
What?
A chair.
A chair.
Not just any chair, a throne. And I'm going to describe the. I'm going to think of one of the thrones that I've seen in one of the many different throne rooms I've been in.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you're just thinking of this.
Just thinking of it.
Yeah, for sure. Ninja Bunny looks over at you and says, "Hey, sir, perhaps you need a better platform for performing." And he says, "I'll be right back." And not only does he come back with a throne, but it is sitting it's got one arm missing so that you can perfectly put your leg up and play your lute, and it's a maestro's kind of chair that he brings up and sets up on this side of the table. Matt, do you mind drawing a throne where Ninja Bunny is there on the bottom?
Like right here?
Right up next to the table. You can move Ninja Bunny down. Yep, he pushes it up there and puts a throne there. Yep. Just some sort of very cool, ornate chair. It's got the reliefs of some of the greatest composers of all time carved into it, their faces, and it's got like vines that are in the shape of five line staffs. Music notes are made of weaving vines up and down the side of it. It also greatly resembles the one that you were imagining, but it has been, enhanced.
Perfected for you?
Yeah, perfected for you.
No, this chair won't quite do. I need another one. I think of another one of the thrones that I've seen before.
Ninja Bunny snaps his fingers and that throne bursts into flames, and very quickly is turned to ash and falls to the ground.
I take note of what I just witnessed, and I go back to eating my food.
Okay. Wisdom check.
Noted. And food.
Okay, yeah. It's delicious.
5.
Yep. Time passes. What else do you say, Liam? Or Ruth, what are you looking for now?
One of the different chairs, one of the different thrones that I've seen.
Okay, Ninja Bunny asks you to describe it. Describe this to me, sir. What are you looking for? Or are you just imagining it?
I'm just thinking of it.
Okay. Very good. Thornton, you're over there and you're chipping away, and you've got your bucket full of stuff, and you've now filled that bucket with things.
I'm finally okay, but what I'm really looking for is maybe a hallow in the wall or something where I could consider smelting this.
For sure, yeah. I'd
really like to imbue that blade with some silver and make it good.
Yeah, about the same time that Ninja Bunny starts loudly pushing up another throne, a different throne up to the bottom, this very ornate and perfect look. He pushes it up. He has it on a really finely crafted iron wheelbarrow that's kind of low and wide, and you think you could probably burn a fire in there. It's kind of got that like a really hardy oak wheel that's down a long ways away from it, and it's just this big thick kind of thing, ridiculous, like something that'd be used to move molten metal. So
And I went, ooh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have another throne you could burst into flames? Because I could use the flames for a moment.
Well, no, he takes the throne off, much bigger and heavier than he should be able to move, but it sets this big, I'm assuming, oaken throne down on the ground, and he wheels you the barrel, the thing that you were indicating towards.
Excellent.
He kind of rolls it to the edge because it'd be ridiculous to roll it across the satin, billow.
And I just, I'm going to take it up in this area.
Yeah, for sure.
If that's acceptable.
Off to the side where you can covet your stuff and.
Right. Well, I don't want to smoke everybody out.
Right.
So I've got.
Yeah. Oh, sure. And Bouncy Bunny kind of understands what you were asking for and brings you up some oaken timbers to burn.
Some really heavy
Yeah,
stuff.
some really heavy
hot.
kind of Yep. And helps you strike up a fire.
And the only thing I'm missing then is bellows. If I could have some bellows.
You had some bellows for sure.
I'd really get that fire hot.
At this moment, Bouncy Bunny goes and starts blowing on the bottom of the fire and stoking it with his breath. Oddly effective for a drawn figure. Wisdom check, everybody.
21.
17?
What'd you say, Urth?
10.
Okay, you're at about the same feeling. Liam, you start to realize, like, you're kind of going, gosh, that dwarf's being greedy, right? And you're like thinking, like, but how's he finding all this stuff? And you start to kind of see through the veneer of whatever's going on here. Everything is still there, but it just feels like you're in a place that you don't belong, and that you better kind of get moving here soon.
So I'm gonna make my way back up the tunnel towards the rock that I know was there from
Okay.
the night previous.
Yeah, fantastic. You just kind of start bouncing your way across.
Yes.
Sure.
And I say something to the effect of, there's no silver that way, right? You're aware?
I'm headed towards the water is what I'm after.
Oh, yeah, that might be good to have some of that for, finishing off the
Quenching,
blade,
right? Yeah, right. Totally.
Bring back some water. That's a great idea.
All right, I'll pick you up some. I'll
So-
fill my canteen.
Like, no problem at all. You're making
I
your way
just give
back
him the
here.
bucket. Here you go.
You make your way, and right as you get to where the water should be, the satin mattress that has been filling up the thing right at the end starts to turn into tatters, and then into like entrails and skin, and then his body parts again, and there's the water.
I'm gonna look down and realize I'm covered in blood,
Yeah.
and jump immediately into the water.
How do you see? Did you light a torch?
I did not light a torch. I'm just gonna keep walking and end up in the water.
It totally goes dark. You have your backpack with you,
I still have my backpack with me.
and you are knee deep in the water,
One very wet backpack.
and you strike up a torch.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll light up a
Right.
torch.
You light up a torch. As you do that, you turn around, and the bodies are back. Yeah, and that's what you see. And you're all there by yourself.
So I'm gonna yell at these two guys to come look, to come see what's going on.
You guys can't hear him.
Excellent.
Nothing responds.
I'm going to continue my smelting
For sure. Yeah.
of a blade.
Yeah.
I get some nice liquid silver going, and I'm
Right.
like, man, where is he with that water?
I know. Taking his time. Ruth, what are you up to?
That's a pretty fine chair there that he's made. I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna be scoping that out.
Okay, do you go sit in it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
that's-
It's exactly what you pictured, and it's got the comfort that you had desired, but it also kind of seems to carry a sense of power, a sense of being in charge when you sit in it, and being.
Indeed.
Yeah. Urith, you notice that Ninja Bunny is gone?
There you go.
Yep. I don't know. He's just gone.
So I'm contemplating just diving underneath the shelf and leaving them all together.
Yeah, okay. It would be a difficult thing to get over there.
Okay.
And the water is moving at a speed where you decide, like, if you do go that way, there's no coming
there's
back.
no coming back.
But you can absolutely go try.
All right. Well, I'm gonna come back to inform these two that I think that route is a better.
Very sure. Yeah. You kind of start to make your way back. And as you kind of come halfway back, you kind of get a tickle in your throat and you cough a little bit, and then you realize you're back on the satin mattress.
Okay.
You don't hear the attack from behind as Ninja Bunny tries to eviscerate you, and you don't feel it.
You just hear this little.
Yeah, seriously, there's a, and like you like look over and you see like a little like lock of your hair kind of come stumbling down, and yeah, I mean I'm assuming you turn around to see what just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm still holding the torch.
For sure. Right behind you is, sure enough, there is Ninja Bunny, whose face is now contorted into this face of rage and says, "Why won't you play with us?" as he lunges at you again. So your turn, Nick, if you want to.
Do I hear any of this?
Yes, you hear Ninja Bunny say, "Why don't you want to play with us?" That's what you heard. Yeah. So, yes, Liam, what would you like to do?
Knowing that Urith has already tried to tell us that this is a bad
Sure.
stuff is
Bad
going
juju.
on. Yeah, bad juju. I like that. And knowing that I didn't listen and that Thornton didn't listen, I feel like if I yell out, no one's going to listen again. So I think I'm going to risk it for the biscuit and take an attack of opportunity to run back to them.
Okay, yeah. You go ahead. It misses.
Oh, that's convenient. Okay. So I'm going to get here. And
Less opportunity in that attack.
And just because he's closer, and I know I can't run all the way to Urith, I'm going to grab Thornton and yell at him and say, "We need to get out of here!"
By the way, I like to imagine that as you're running there, you're like doof doof on the big like pillowy, cushiony mattress.
To which
thing.
I respond, ah, because he snuck up behind me.
He's like up behind you, like a ninja.
Okay.
Very good. So yes, you run up and do that. You guys do all hear that.
He's fast.
He is fast. Yeah, you look up from your like what you were playing, and playing Thornton. Playing is working. You know, it's the same
Right.
thing.
The enjoyable work of smelting silver.
Exactly, the enjoyable work of smelting silver. In time, and you like in time to see Ninja Bunny, as though out of nowhere, like a mother effing ninja, is just right behind you, and he takes a stab at you. And will hit. Take 6 points of psionic damage.
Psionic damage?
It's mental damage. It's
okay.
like your brain hurts.
It's a big headache.
Yeah, but it can kill you.
I would like to hit him back.
Yes. Yes, by all means. While you were smelting, you obviously didn't have your hammer in your hand, but you like turned to hit him back, and your hammer is right there, just like leaps to your hand as though you are the god of thunder.
Now, how tall is this bunny?
This bunny is about 5 feet tall.
So it's a fairly tall bunny.
To the tip of its ears, yeah. It's got the shorter ears, shorter than the jumping bunny.
Okay. Trying to determine how I was doing this. I'd really like to take the wheelbarrow of hot coals and kind of throw it at him.
Oh, for sure. Okay, yeah. So erase. Your hands are still on there. You know that's where you were. Your hammer didn't leave your hand. You're just gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and not only is it like hot coals, it's got like a crucible of melting silver.
Oh no, I would save the silver.
Well, now this would be a little bit trickier. So what did you make?
So I can't save the silver. Is what you're saying is there's no way to separate.
Well, you could save the silver, and then you could,
Well, if I killed him, could I resmelt the silver?
Of course you
Okay,
could.
yeah,
It's not like it evaporates.
The whole thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Just all of it. Hot
Okay.
silver, coals.
Yeah,
fire.
make an attack roll -2. Very good.
Yeah, a lot.
You turn and you just you huck this crucible of silver and these coals, and they just dump over the top of poor Ninja Bunny, who like screams and squeals and like looks up and goes poof and bursts into flames. And where the bunny was, is now a mushroom in the shape of ashes, or mushroom piled shaped of ashes, right there, and where it goes, and like kind of like irradiating out from that spot is the cavern that you remembered walking into at first, but the rest of it is still intact. At that moment, both Tiger Ball and Bouncy Bunny turn and look towards you two, and they look back at the bard. And kind of give him a smile like, nothing to see here, and then they lunge at you guys to attack.
And can I say something along the lines of he hit me first?
yeah, absolutely. The more childish, the better.
I feel very justified in what I did.
Okay, you say he hit me first, and that gives them pause. Jumpy Bunny on the far side there kind of has his like legs bent and ready to jump, but like decides it doesn't move. And Tiger Ball like walks up and like stops. He's like, "Well, I suppose it's only fair if he did hit you first. Would you like to come play with us some more?"
Now, when they entered this area, is their facade fading?
No, he didn't quite get close enough.
Okay.
He's like
Did
right
I-
at the edge of that. Yeah.
Did I hear what Liam had said?
Yes, yep, you're hearing all this and seeing all this. You see the broken mushroom, burnt out mushroom bit, and you saw them try to attack Thornton. You saw Thornton smash it. You can act however you want.
Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to go up to the top right corner of
Yeah.
the table
Yeah?
and see what's going on. Further up, one more.
Just kind of like investigating,
Nope, in the top corner. Yeah, to the top corner.
That one?
There we go.
just kind of getting a lay of the land or whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm piecing things together that this might not be what it seems to be.
Sure, like
Right.
as a bard, but also a fighter, like what are you looking for? Are you looking for like detective type details or interesting details for poems? Are you looking for a tactical advantage? Or you know what I mean? Like what do you think you're looking for when you like Thornton walks into a room and probably looks for wealth and evil, you know? Like what do you think you look
Yeah.
for when you're trying to evaluate a situation?
Like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, more looking for clues type of thing.
For sure. Okay.
Do we have like an initiative right now?
Not yet.
Or can,
Very quickly, when I dumped the silver onto the mushroom, is the silver now gone? Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. That actually makes my decision easier.
Okay. You're like rage. Urth, you are looking up, you know, trying to kind of get a lay of the land, and you see kind of like this green phosphorescent cloud of spores and stuff kind of floating around you guys. That's just that like it kind of like materializes like a fog that rolled in out of nowhere. Yeah. That's just what you notice on top of what I've described with the jumpy bunny sitting up above you, tiger ball to the left and or to the side, and the burned up mushroom right there.
Okay. So is my character able to piece together about the mushroom and what we had seen before?
Well, you definitely saw that cloud roll over you before everything went disappeared, and you had such a
Let's see it
wonderful.
again.
Yeah, and so but you don't. Yeah, the illusion does not fade. But you.
Okay,
but
so
that, but
I
that's been
still
added to
see
it.
everything, but I can think normally.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything I've told you, you
Okay.
can act as though, you know, with the information I've given you.
Okay. With that one, I'm actually going to do a spell.
Very cool.
Which one was it, though? Thunder Wave. That was it.
Oh yeah,
The one that
good old
broke the
Thunder
floor
Wave.
last time.
Oh yeah, very cool. Okay.
Yeah. And I'll do it from this position.
Okay.
So that's within 15 of each.
And it goes out
I'm
from you.
outside.
Will it hit the dwarf?
Nope. Just
That's
misses.
it's just missing the dwarf
This
by the
one?
looks of it.
This one, out to here. So,
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. There's no spell or any save on that?
Constitution saving throw. That's what it is.
Okay.
So they'd have to pass my.
Yeah. There's like. Oh no! Yeah. I got it. They failed. Go
They
ahead.
failed?
Yeah.
Okay. So then they get 2d8 worth of damage and then fly back 10 feet.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah. Go ahead.
towards us.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Just putting it out there.
Oh, that's not a d8. There we go. So 6 and 6, so 12.
Very cool. And how far do they fly?
10 feet.
10 feet away from me is
Could
the
you move them
epicenter.
in 2 squares and away from him? Very cool. So you cast your spell, you know, your Thunder Wave, and it leaps from your hand like in a way you've never seen before, almost like a wave of pure music and unicorns just come racing from your hands in this kind of like ethereal form and wash over Tiger Ball and Jumpy Bunny, but by the time that their bodies hit the ground, the entire illusion has faded away. Liam, you find yourself right on the edge of a river of bodies again. One of your torches from earlier is just like laying on the ground, like kind of barely illuminating the area. Urith, you still have like remaining light spell, and where the two creatures were are these two very just ripped in half mushroom things. They're the top half, the mushroom head, if you will, is off, and then the stalk has like these kind of tendrils just kind of waving on the ground as they kind of die where they are. Ooh. And everything is returned back to
here.
Like how you put Liam back in the...
Well, you said he was on it.
I was just, it's fine.
And here?
Yep.
And which one of these green ones are gone?
The left one. Sorry. The left
Should be
one...
3.
No, right. There were other ones that you couldn't see yet. And they moved really slow. So this one exploded. And these two are gone or dead or whatever. Like there's still a pile of ashes, this destroyed thing, and you're thrown back here, and you're thrown back into this cave again.
Good, I got ringworm. Awesome.
Those are the kind of jokes you don't make in front of the DM because I'm like, of course he's got ringworm.